YouTube, how's it going? The Goat House is back, and Anthony Barr is the free agent we're talking about today. Where will he go? A bunch of landing spots on the screen right now. We're going to remove them until we're left with some final predictions here. Sometimes we're all in agreement. Sometimes we're in a disagreement. We will see. Should be a lot of fun. Right before we kick it off, go ahead and follow our Twitter, follow our Instagram. Lots of coverage on there for the NFL. Now, talking constantly on the Twitter about the draft, so check us out. Back to Anthony Barr.
I call dibs.
You want to take the first one off?
Yep.
Who is it?
I'm taking the Packers off the board here.
Okay.
I think that this would set for a very awkward locker room.
Yeah.
Very awkward locker room.
This way, Anthony Barr in the locker room, when he grabs his crotch to Aaron Rodgers, he can be fully nude when he does it.
That'd be a little weird. And then Rodgers can just point at his collarbone.
And then you just stare in each
and
other's
you
eyes.
stare at each other's eyes. If the Packers bring them in, I'm putting their lockers right next to each other.
Okay.
You got to.
I'm pretty sure they'd become best friends, honestly.
They make a big joke about it.
Probably.
And Rodgers think he's a real funny guy.
And they probably planned it. If he goes to the Packers, I'm assuming that whole thing was planned.
You think they planned to break his
collarbone, and then I'm gonna flip you off. You're gonna grab your crotch, look right in my eyes. It's gonna be good.
I don't think you're onto something here.
Sometimes if he goes to the Packers, we took him off the board, so he's not going to.
Off the board. Yeah,
but it means he's not going. We got to trust the system here.
Okay.
Trust the process.
Interesting about Anthony Barr is when he came out of college, UCLA, he was projected to be a 3-4 outside linebacker, pass rusher, but he played 4-3 outside linebacker for the Vikings. But then during training camp last year, he was working at defensive end. He didn't even practice with his normal group, so I think he wanted to be the pass. That's why it's very interesting. That's why it's tough too, because he's put on the size. He's still athletic. Put on the size to be the 4-3 outside linebacker. I have a feeling I think he wants to be a pass rusher, but will teams pay him not knowing what you're going to get because playing defensive end didn't work out? Outside linebacker and 3-4 is not that much difference. Barr's a tricky one. It's a very tricky one. Because I do think he wants the money at the same time. What team am I going to take off here? What team am I going to? I don't know.
The Vikings?
I'll take the Lions off. I think it's a possibility. And the Lions' money will be spent on. It needs to be spent on pass rush. I don't know if he fits as a pass rusher on the Lions, though. That's the thing. He wasn't a pass rusher on the Vikings, but he was an excellent blitzer. But he was just your traditional 4-3 outside linebacker. I like taking out the Lions so far. I like it. For now,
take the Seahawks off.
The Seahawks.
They already got pretty good linebackers.
Well, KJ Wright's a free agent.
Yeah, but they got to spend money elsewhere, and I don't know. I think they'd rather get their own guy back.
Okay.
I got like a lot of teams he can go to in my brain, but taking them off is where we get a little tricky. I'm gonna go ahead and take off the Rams. Take the Rams off.
What are you doing?
I'm doing what I'm doing. All right. Rams are gone. They're not one of my teams here. I got 2 or 3 that he's going to confirmed. Sourcey, Rappaporty, and stuff like that.
Sourcey. Okay.
That's all I got.
I don't know what any of that means, but
nobody does. That's the whole point. I know what it means.
All right, whose turn is it? My turn?
It's your turn.
I'll take the Redskins off. Don't have the most cap. I think they'll try to get some of their own guys back, looking at some DBs too. Possibly quarterback. They may stick with Colt McCoy. Kind of hard to believe, but we'll see. But I think it's just more likely he'll go to one of these other teams.
We're going to take the Texans off.
Taking them off.
Do have a lot of cap space, but I don't think they're going to go for Anthony Barr.
All right.
Am I up?
Yeah.
That was fast. That was a fast little wrap. I can't do that. Take off the Bengals here.
Bengals have a huge need at linebacker.
Huge need, but I see him going to a team that is more. I don't know. I see him going to a team that's either competitive or on the cusp of being competitive. Can't see him going to a bad team.
I think he just wants money.
I think he wants money, but I think he wants to be in a specific
play.
Location.
Yeah.
Actually, I know he wants to be in a specific location.
You know he wants to play and play for a good team. You've been on a good team for years now. He's not going to just want to go take money.
They were very good last year.
Okay. That was just a matter of there's different circumstances. But I don't know. I see him going to a good team, a decent team.
There's not many good teams up here.
Decent, Pete. Decent. Not many good teams.
Is it me or is it
up here?
Yeah, that's one of the good teams up here.
Oh.
Okay. I'm gonna take the Colts off. They have the money. I just don't know if they. I don't know if they even offer Barr. I mean, they could get better with him, but I think they'll still focus on the draft. But then they're gonna get some other big guys who I already had them getting like here and there. So I don't know if they even offer him. They could. He's definitely a really good player, but it's just my feeling.
We're really just splitting hairs now.
That's what you have to do. You have to split hairs.
We'll take the Steelers off.
Taking the Steelers
Not
off.
feeling that one really at all.
Not feeling it all.
No, like why do you want to go play in Pittsburgh? Who wants to play in Pittsburgh?
They're a good franchise. Pete.
I know, I'm just messing with you. I don't know, I'm just not feeling it.
You're just splitting hairs.
Well, who would want to go play for the Jets? Honestly.
Yeah.
So is that who you're taking off?
Oh, they're still on the board. Yeah, we'll take them off.
What if he stated he knows his worth, so that kind of tells me he wants the money. What if the Jets just break the bank?
Junior always takes off the teams with all the money. Like they're gonna spend.
Because I still believe that there are players out there, good players.
I believe that we will win.
Okay.
All right.
All right. I was on a good train of thought there.
I'm gonna take off. I'll take off the Bucks.
What?
Nobody wants to take off my team. I always have to take off my own team.
I just feel in some of these other teams, the Bucks gotta make some, cuts happen possibly first. So we'll see.
Taking the Titans off. I take off my team every time. No one else could do it for me.
I could see it though.
I don't understand.
Pete, I need you to give me 2 blinks if you want me to.
You don't think he's gonna go play 3-4 outside linebacker?
He might, but I don't think John Robinson's gonna. That's not the guy he wants.
Why not?
Because he's just risky. I don't know. And part of the thing is like, people think, Titans fans think like they're gonna go for Anthony Barr because he's like one of the cheaper options. But he's a Pro Bowl player.
He's not a cheaper option.
He's not a cheaper option.
The Vikings would like him back, but they can't pay him.
Like they're saying like cheaper compared to like Zadarius Smith and like Trey Flowers and.
No, I think
like, that's what I'm saying. I'm like
Barr's gonna get more money.
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe
like,
not Trey Flowers. Yeah, he might. Trey Flowers only had 1 good year.
People are just not understanding like Anthony Barr's a Pro Bowl linebacker,
and he can do multiple things.
And I don't know. I just don't think.
I kind of just gave it away that I was taking off the Vikings next.
Yeah, but I'm up.
Yeah, but I'm gonna take him off.
So that's mine.
No, it's not yours.
Was that who you were taking off?
I was gonna, yeah.
I think they would like to have him back, but I don't know if they can pay him. He's kind of already said he knows his worth. Again, I think from what I've heard, and which makes sense to me, he wants to go play in a specific location.
Do you know this specific location?
Not like pinpoint, but like area, yeah.
Is it pinging?
What?
West Coast.
Yeah. We need some assistance here.
Man, look at the teams on here.
Now the teams that are left.
3
yeah.
West Coast teams. So
according to Adam Schefter, which I seen in an interview with the Vikings people, the Vikings actually tried to trade him last offseason because they knew he was going to leave. They weren't going to be able to pay him. They couldn't get the pick they wanted, and apparently he wants to go play West Coast. He prefers California. That's where he's from. He's from UCLA. He wants to go play in California.
With that being said, let's take off.
Should we just take off the Browns and the Giants? Are we buying that info? That's the thing.
I like him in a Browns uniform, but it's not my final team though.
Yeah, we're gonna take Browns. We're gonna run with that.
The Giants got Shermer. I know he's an offensive guy, but he came from the Vikings, so maybe a little familiar. But I think they would have to cut Vernon first, which could happen, or
there's trade talks with him right now.
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't take him with his contract. I think he had a terrible year. But we'll take off the Giants because they gotta make some.
Pro Bowl?
Vernon, I think it was a replacement.
Yeah, it was a Khalil Mack replacement.
Complete joke. Awful year.
All right, this is our West Coast.
Except I wanted the Rams. My Final Four teams were all the LA teams.
I like the Rams too.
They
All
bring him
the
back on the
LA
board.
teams.
Bring him back.
All the LA. What if he just didn't go to a
They're
California
not
team at
all LA teams.
California. That's what I meant. That's what I meant. What if he just
There's
actually...
2 teams up here that I like a lot. I don't know which one I want to pick.
Only one of them... The Rams are the only ones that he would be a pass rusher on.
Yeah.
I think that's the thing. I think he might want that because he spent all offseason with the defensive ends. Like, you're about to go play linebacker. You should be practicing with the linebackers. But then he didn't get any reps at defensive end because he wasn't good enough. I know outside linebacker 3-4 is a little different, but teams may be scared. It's interesting.
This is tough.
Go ahead, Pete.
I don't know what to pick. I like the Rams and the Raiders a lot.
I like this guy, man.
I'm going with the Raiders.
That's your pick?
Yeah.
I'm gonna agree because I always go against the Raiders. Always take them
Yeah, I
off.
was about to say, I feel like we
We owe them one.
We always just like not have the Raiders taking anybody. But
We owe them one.
I like him on the Raiders. I think Mayock would like him. I think Gruden would like him. I could see him in a Raiders uniform.
This is tough.
Yeah, I like the Rams though. Rams are close too.
Yeah, I think the Niners I would take off next. They'd be my 4th selection.
You're playing this game with yourself now.
Now I'm playing with my...
Yeah, we're already
I had to stop myself. I had to stop myself from what I was about to say.
You're playing with yourself over there.
I do like the Raiders. I don't even know
What do
who
you
I'm
think
picking.
Mike Mayock thinks about Anthony Barr?
I'm sure he likes him.
He's
Loves
a big
him.
body thumper.
Loves him. But the Rams definitely, I think they're a team where like he would
I'm
definitely
strongly considering the Chargers.
he would
though.
want to go play for the Rams.
Yeah.
That's 100%.
The Chargers need linebackers pretty badly. This is probably the toughest decision I had to make.
Remember the Rams torched him?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was covering Robert Woods one-on-one. I wasn't smart.
And Cooper Cup.
You think
So-
Cooper wears a cup?
No.
You don't think so?
No.
So both you picked the Raiders. I do like the Raiders, but
He's going Chargers.
Chargers.
I know. I see where he's going here.
I'm gonna do the Chargers. I'm
He's
gonna do
not
it.
going there.
Why not?
I don't know.
I do like the Rams, but it's pretty risky to turn them back into a pass rusher. I think it might take some time. You know.
Rams don't got time.
Yeah. But they may be tempted. I think it could be. I mean, he's a really good blitzer, but it's a little different. Being in a different position. So the Chargers, it seems like they need linebackers for years. They drafted Nwosu last year, and that's like basically the same thing as Anthony Barr. Nwosu was like, is this guy gonna be?
He was doing some stuff.
That's the thing. That's the thing. Like,
really.
why do they trust Nwosu? That's kind of part of me is like they may go at Nwosu, but Barr's definitely an upgrade here. Chargers are trying to win, but they're a similar style player. Both can play linebacker. They can be a pass rusher, and the Chargers like to use players in unique ways. There, pass rush, drop back. So I think they would really like Barr. I think he would really like to play that. I think if it's up to him, I think honestly he would choose the Rams, but these teams might offer more money, and then it might mess with his head a little bit. We'll see. It's gonna be interesting.
Raiders are offer more. That's why I think he's gonna end up going there.
They'll definitely offer him the most.
I don't know if the Chargers will make any like big moves in free agency. I think this might be like their only move, and they'll spend their money this way. I mean, I'm sure they'll make some small moves here and there, get some guys back, but I think they can just spend their offseason on one big guy here. We'll see. We will see. Definitely a guy I'm looking forward to. I'm a Vikings fan, and it's sad that he's going to be gone, but I'm still
Looking forward to it.
I'm still looking forward to seeing his decision. I don't get what don't you get about that.
I know. It's funny. I was like, I'm looking forward to it.
As a football fan, I'm looking forward.
Looking forward to
Did
one of our
leaving.
best players leaving the team.
No, I don't want him to leave.
I'd be so mad. I'd be like,
But I'm very curious, I should say. That'd be the correct
Ooh.
curious. What if he just went back to the Vikings? That'd be pretty funny, I guess. But check out our Twitter, check out our Instagram. Lots of good stuff on there. Links in the description. 20K is our subscriber goal. Please help us get to that goal by clicking the subscribe.
The subscribe gupping. That's what it sounded like you were going to say.
Yeah, we better just move on. Click that
Just hit the
notification
button.
bell. Hit the button.
oh, God.
That's going to do it. Plenty more to come. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.